Hey, how are you guys? It is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 silver bullets, and I'm going to teach them to you and how to use them. So no matter where you're at, you can take those out and hit your target with them. And I'm going to tell you all about that in one moment. Before I get into it, I do want to mention one quick thing. I do have my masterclass. There's a link down in the description below. It is full of information that you will not find on my YouTube channel. It is specifically for that masterclass. Now, many of you already know that I'm in the process of reworking it. That should be done probably sometime in November or December. When that time comes, all of that new information won't be in the masterclass. I will be releasing the new one. So if you've already gone through the existing one, I promise I will let you know when the new one is available. But for anybody else, if you haven't taken it already, it's worth taking. I will let you know when the new one is out. And I do want to sneak one more thing in there. If you are interested, I'm going to be doing a giveaway between now and Christmas. I don't know what video I'm officially going to announce it in, but the swag or the package that I'm going to be giving away is absolutely amazing. So before I get into the rest of this video, if you want to make sure that you're notified about it, you have to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity to get on there. I will also be releasing a sign up down in the links below to get on that list, so that way you don't miss out on the chance to go get that swag package that I'm coming out with. So if you're interested, check down in the links. It may or may not be there by the time this video is released. I am crazy busy, and as you can tell, I am currently traveling. So let's get into it. We're coming up with 3 silver bullets. Now, the reason why they're silver is because gold is super expensive, and we all know that vampires don't like silver. That's really it. That's kind of the joke behind it. But essentially, your silver bullets are going to be 3 things that you could come up with in the middle of your sleep. I mean, you could be unconscious and somebody wakes you up and says, "What are your 3 silver bullets?" And you're like, I'm going to rattle them off. Boom, boom, boom. And you know it every single time. Now, these silver bullets are vital for your success. And I want to tell you why before I get into how we're going to craft them and what you need to start doing to craft them. Your silver bullets are going to essentially hit 3 pain points that no matter who you talk to, they know who you help and what problems you solve. Those 2 are the most important. Sometimes location-based, but that's not really all that important. For the most part, it is going to be who you help and the pain points you resolve. Now, we all know in the MSP world what we resolve, and everybody has their own little specialties that they're currently doing. But the reason these are really important is because when you're out networking, you're at your local chambers of commerce, you're talking to people on LinkedIn, or you're making YouTube videos, you want to tell people exactly who you help and how you help them. So a great example of this, or in some cases an elevator pitch, would be, "Hey, my name's Harrison from XYZ company. We typically help people with computer issues. The employees are super frustrated that they're not being as productive as they normally would. We also help make business owners' headaches go away because they never have to worry about whether their backups are actually being backed up, which is a terrifying thing. And last but not least, we put everyone's minds at ease knowing that the best of the best cybersecurity is in place for your business, that if something was to happen, the chances of anything happening go way down." That's who we help. So if you or somebody you know might fall into any one of those categories, I would love to either meet them or have a conversation about that. Sound fair enough? And then wait. I've delivered those things bang, 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 all 3, one after the next after the next. I put in deliberate pauses so the person listening knows that I have now changed on who I can help. Because sometimes not every business needs backup, or not every business cares about cybersecurity. So by hitting them 3 different ways, and I'm not saying in a bad way, but by really painting that picture to that person of who you can help, you now open up a world of possibilities. Because when business owners get together, they talk about the good and the bad. Business is great. We're making more money. We just hired a bunch of people. But at the same time, I can't find a tech company that works for me. No matter what I ask them for proof that the backup is done so I can go to bed on Friday night knowing that I'm still going to have a company Monday morning, they can't give me what I need. Or you know what? I have a great IT company. They tell me every single Monday that the backups were great all week long. But every time I get out of my desk, I go over to the water cooler and everybody's talking. And I say, hey, what's going on, guys? And I say, oh, you know what? My computer's not working the way it should. And when they put in a ticket to our MSP or our IT company, crickets. That is super frustrating to a business owner. And by you having these silver bullets at the ready, now you are welcome to steal the ones that I've given you, but it's not going to work for everybody. Those silver bullets you can deliver at a moment's notice. I haven't done one of those pitches in forever. And I have ingrained them so deep in the back of my mind that somebody could say, what are your silver bullets? I have probably a list of about 7 or 8 of them that I just cycle through it. We all know what a revolver is, right? You just slap the side and it goes through. I could deliver all 8 of them at a moment's notice if I wanted to, or 6. I can't remember exactly how many I had, but it just comes to me naturally because I've practiced. I built them, I practiced them, and ultimately, now I can deliver them at a moment's notice. So let's get into dealing with your bullets. First, you have to figure out who your target client is. Many of you don't, and that's okay. There is a link to the buyer persona down in the description below. Go through and fill that out as best as you can. I'm coming up with an even better buyer persona as we speak, but that's in a future video, probably when I'm not traveling. But you want to fill that out so you know exactly who your silver bullets are going to hit. Because some of you guys might be cloud specialists. You might be cybersecurity specialists. You might just say, hey, we're going to take care of your backups, but we are going to be the greatest company when it comes to managed services and proactive services. And that's perfectly fine. Some of you may say, hey, you know what? I've kind of like this area, but I'm going to go be a pen tester and I'm going to do data security and or access control and video surveillance. All of those are perfectly fine. You still need to have these silver bullets. So the term I want to cover is FUDWACA. That is frustrated, upset, disappointed, worried, concerned, or anxious. FUDWACA. FUDWACA. Now these are emotional terms. There's no surprise. You can go on Google. It is available online. I'm not going to create something to give you for the term FUDWACA. But those words are just part of a larger subset of words that work really, really well for just about everybody. Because business owners, we all get frustrated over something. We're upset, we're worried, we're anxious. And these words now allow that person to shift from a, well, who do you help? People don't communicate their emotions right away. So when push comes to shove or they're sitting in their office, you know, I'm worried about so-and-so. I'm upset that so-and-so isn't performing, or I'm upset that these computer issues keep happening. By leveraging one of those words, and I'll put this in the description, will make you infinitely more successful just by adding in these emotional words to begin with. Now, let's talk about the rest of the silver bullet, because most business owners are frustrated about XYZ, and you just want to sprinkle those words in. Think about it like a little Parmesan cheese. I know some people get a little too crazy at your local Olive Garden. I know not everybody likes Olive Garden. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make it so everybody knows. Trying to use some good metaphors here. You just want to sprinkle a little bit on top and include that in the beginning of each one of them. Because one of those pain points with the FUDWACA words will resonate with somebody, or they'll know somebody that it resonates with. So I'm frustrated that my employees aren't being productive. Think about all the problems your perfect client, after going through that buyer persona, has on a regular basis. And take a minute to write them down, because they're upset that their employees aren't being productive. They're worried about backups. They're not sure if they're ready for cybersecurity. They don't know if people coming into the lobby can connect to their Wi-Fi and get access to their computer systems. They might just be confused that they didn't even know that they have to lock up their server closet. All of these are serious concerns business owners have. And by following their problems over and over and over again, you could start to think about, well, we help anxious business owners by giving them peace of mind, knowing that their entire system is locked down from outside threats. Because a business owner would be worried about being attacked from an outside threat. And you want to start to come up with 6 or 8 of them that work well for you. Now, I do have a full worksheet inside my online course, the MSP Sales Pro Blueprint. If you want it, it is there. Unfortunately, I can't give everything away that'll walk you through this entire process. But by going through step by step on each one of these, figuring out what the problem is that the business owner has, and including a FUDWACA word in the beginning of it, you now come up with your golden bullets that you can deliver. Now, try to remember at least 6, maybe 8 or 10 of them. And if you're worried about it, take out this little device here and write it down on your phone. So when somebody says it, save it as your home screen and run right through it. And tell people, you're learning sales. This is what I'm told to do. Everybody learns. Nobody gets on a bike without training wheels and just knows how to take off. It takes time to learn. But come up with 6 or 8 of them. And as you work through them, maybe even 10 of them, you'll start to figure out the ones that really work for you and your audience, but the ones that you like the most, that you feel comfortable with. You'll stand up straighter. You'll have your shoulders back. You'll be talking in a much more normal, evenly paced tone. And when you do that, you'll feel more confident and people will see that. So when you go to deliver those silver bullets, your whole demeanor is going to change over time because you've done it over and over and over again. And it's practice and repetitions, like I mentioned in the last video, of delivering it maybe 100, maybe 200 times. And you're going to say, hey, these are the 6 that work for me. And if you realize that it's not working so well, practice in the mirror or come up with new silver bullets. Drop in a FUDWACA word, find the pain point that a business owner is currently dealing with, your perfect client, and then put those together, marry them, and say it over and over and over again. Fill up a couple pages if you have to, and work through it until you get what you think is amazing. And I'll give you the quick temperature check of how to know it works really, really well. I'm hoping you have a client. If you don't, it's okay. Practice at your local chamber of commerce. Ask somebody to sit down. Heck, if you go through the masterclass, there is an opportunity to book time on my calendar for free. No questions asked. I literally help you the entire time. The feedback that I've gotten from people is incredible. There's no sales pitch. It is just purely helping you. If you want to spend that 30 minutes on the phone with me, crafting and working these out, go through the masterclass. It brings you to a booking page. And then in that booking page, we can sit down and we can go through your silver bullets and what you might need to work on or practice you them saying them to me. But if you already have a perfect client, go through, spend the time with it and say, hey, do you mind if I just pick your brain for a few minutes? I just have a couple quick questions. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. Or, look, could you do me a favor? I need to sit down for probably about a half hour. Do you mind sitting down with me for a half hour? I will happily buy you a coffee or lunch. Go there with your silver bullets and your perfect client or an existing client and say, did you ever feel any of these at some point before we started working together? If they don't say yes and they are your perfect client, scratch it and move on. Include those FUDWACA words, get in front of the right people, and start delivering those silver bullets like you, I know it's golden bullet, but those silver bullets like your James Bond. And you will start to see a massive shift in the conversations you have. Even when you're cold calling or you're doing YouTube videos, include them in there. Pick up the phone. Hey, this is who we help. Boom, boom, boom. Do you or somebody you know have these issues? I'd love to help them. And then go from there. You're giving yourself the opportunity to succeed. I hope you guys found some value in this video. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you hit that like button. I hope I've earned it. That subscribe button, that little notification bell so you don't miss that giveaway. I'll see you guys later.